guys, this is Veldrin on the Galactic Holonet, and this is the third round in our Spring Kit tournament, and this is table 1 between Tommy Müller and Mårten. Both players have gone 2-0 and have a good MOV, so they're playing at the top table. Johan, who you saw in the previous game, has also got 2-0, but he's in third place with a slightly lower MOV, and he's playing on the table below us, so to speak. So we might see a glimpse of his moves as well here. Tommy has a very interesting list. He's got Carnor Jacks with Predator and Autothrusters, Whisper with Predator and Advanced Cloaking Device, and Turr Phennir with Predator and Autothrusters. So running 2 interceptors here without push the limit. But as he's proven so far by winning his 2 initial games here. We'll see what he can do against a very potent list that we have seen twice before here on my YouTube channel, as Mårten is flying his usual build right now. He's got Soontir Fell with Push the Limit, Royal Guard Tie, Autothrusters and Hull Upgrade, as well as Rear Admiral Chraneau with Predator, Gunner, Rebel Captive, Ysanne, Isard and Engine Upgrade, which is the same list that he won our regionals with, and he also came very close to winning our one of our store championships with it. He just lost to me in the final game. So we know what that list can do, and it'll be very interesting to see this interceptor and phantom build, to see if it can pour enough damage on Chraneau quick enough. So we're moving into the second turn of the game here, and they're slowly closing the distance here on either side of the asteroid field here in the middle, and Mårten is probably going to keep Soontir safe here on the outskirts, having Chirpy be the one that takes the initial fire from the enemy if he can decide, and hopefully Chraneau will survive for long enough to take out at least 2 of the enemy ships, and then he's got Soontir versus anyone with a lower pilot skill in the end game, which means Soontir should be able to clean that up. However, there's a lot of red dice coming at him from Tommy's list here.
Usually the only time I person shooting with fresh guys is 2 new players, because they do a full on. Yeah, I was going to shoot for him. That's cool. Yep.
Okay, the dials are down, and we get to see this new phantom cloaking here before moving on with the activation phase here. So it cloaks to the left, and then Whisper does a 2-3 bank to the left, skirting around the asteroids, trying to get in position. Hopefully trying to get behind the decimator, I guess, because the decimator can't turn around, doesn't have a 4K or any K turn at all. And decides not to cloak again. Then we have Turr Phennir. He's doing a 3 straight. And he decides to barrel to the left there, getting in behind Whisper. And then we have the same movement here from Carnor Jacks. And also barrel rolling to keep up with his squad mates here. The Rear Admiral does a 3 straight. And then I guess he might be thinking about boosting to the right there. getting in behind those two asteroids. I think that's what he's contemplating here. Yeah, here it comes. A one to the right boost. And Soontir goes 5 straight, staying on the outside there, hoping Chraneau, as I said before, will take the alpha strike here from the enemy, so he can take down some of those red dice from Tommy before getting Soontir into the fight. Battle rolls to stay behind, so he's got a nice setup for a hard 2 or hard 3 to the right next turn. So Whisper goes first, and as he was cloaked, there is just normal movement, so a 3 right bank. Staying away here and hopefully not taking any shots this turn. We'll see if he decides to cloak to have some more maneuverability in the next turn. But it looks like he decides to barrel roll instead. To the left and as far back as possible. And then we have Phennir, who follows it, 3 banks to the left, and then a boost to the right, setting up for hard turns maybe next turn to maneuver for getting some shots off. And Carnor Jacks does the same thing. Perfect formation flying there. And then we have Chraneau. And he does a 1 straight, which means he could boost, or he could just stay there and next turn in. No, he does a boost now, right away. It's got a nice gap there between the topmost asteroid and the debris field. And then we have Soontir, who does a hard 2 to the right, also following after here, perfect. And then he barrel rolls to the left to make sure he's got a free area ahead of him, free space, no asteroids blocking his movement there. And we're into the planning phase again. And we've got Phennir moving first here, hard turn 3 to the right. And might get a shot at Soontir if Soontir turns in here, but I don't think Mårten is doing that. He decides to barrel roll to set up an even easier turn next turn. Then he's followed by Whisper, who is doing also a hard 3 there, following. And if he cloaks, yeah, he's got a nice easy decloak to the left or right next turn. And then we finally have Carnor Jacks, 3 banks. It looks like a bump. So if he's going to get shot at this turn, that'll be bad for poor Carnor. And we have Chraneau here, doing a 3 bank. So he's got range on a cloaked phantom. The question is, does he have range on Carnor, who is actionless, or will he boost? He boosts straight. Getting behind the enemy squad soon here. It's amazing how fast that big ship is. And here's Soontir following behind. 5 straight. And then he decides to boost to the right. Tommy helping here on his side of the board. So we're going to have a shot from Chraneau on Whisper, perhaps. We might even have range from Soontir. And, well, there should be a focus token they're agreeing on here. I don't know. Maybe he forgot to... Well, he should be pushing the limit then. So that looks like a big mistake here. I don't know why he's measuring there, because there's no arc anyway. I guess he pushed the limit and then just forgot to put the double focus down. I don't know. As he's not taking any fire back. Let's see. 2 hits on Whisper, and Whisper comes up with 1 evade, so he loses his 1 shield. And then we have a range 2 from Chraneau, and that's like Predator for 3 hits or 3 crits maybe even, and 1. So this is 1 shield, and he takes 1 crit. No, he takes 2 crits. So, and that was 1 too many, yeah. Accidentally, I guess. So Whisper is at 1 hit point before he's even taken his first shot of the game. So it's looking grim for Tommy here. And he got he got the get a stress thingy from the direct hit. So he decloaks to the right with Whisper here. Maybe he's going to try to block Soontir with Whisper, so his other 2 ships can get a shot at Soontir. I don't know. We'll see what his dial says. It says 3 bank or 2 bank? 2 bank. So he'll bump into Chraneau, which means he's actionless. That means Chraneau will probably be able to finish him off without much effort here, unfortunately for Tommy. And Turr Phennir banks 2 to the right, perhaps followed by a boost to get a shot here. Yeah, looks like that. And Carnor hard turns 1 here, following behind. The beauty with these interceptors with Predator is like, even if they don't have focus, they still have a rerolls on their attacks, so they can use their action to maneuver for a barrel roll or boost. As long as they don't get shot, that's pretty good, but if they're shot at, they have no focus for defense. It's worked so far for Tommy, but in this game it looks like it's not enough here. So he's trying a boost with Carnor as well. See if we can fit in between the rock and Turr. Looks like it worked. And Chraneau hard turns 2, which means he's got a kill shot here at range 1 on Whisper. 4 dice versus 2 green, since his Whisper's actionless. Depends, of course, on where Soontir ends up, but I'm guessing he'll target lock Whisper, just for good measure here. Huh? Okay, he's target locking Jacks. I guess he believes he will finish off Whisper either way, so might as well have a target lock on the other one of the other ships before. And that was a nice block by Tommy here, so he might actually have a shot here at hitting Soontir with 2 interceptors with Predator at range 2, so that might actually be a good move, even if he, or maybe he's deciding not to target Whisper because Whisper doesn't have a shot on anyone anyway. So he missed for the wrong ship, although first of all it's Soontir. So it's Jack shooting at Soontir. 2 eyes, 3 eyes from Predator, and he's got no focus, so no damage at all. So I guess the gamble didn't really pay off there. And now it's Chraneau on Jacks. Okay, so figure out if it was a rock or not, and I believe there is, but we'll see. Or he can just decide to try to finish off Whisper here. See if he can see. It's always this, you know. You want to do the sure thing or you want to do the greedy thing? Yeah, he's doing the sure thing, I think. 4 red eyes on Whisper and Predator. I'm putting one of those into a crit, so it looks like 3 and nothing. So Whisper goes up in flames. So now it's Turr Phennir on Soontir. Looks like 3 solid hits and 2 evades. So 1 on 2 actually got through on Soontir, so he's half dead because he's got hull upgrade, so he can take 2 more hit points. So with a little bit of luck there, Tommy could have taken out Soontir as we move into the next round. So we have Turr Phennir, who hard turns 1. To the right there, hopefully catching Soontir in arc. Takes a focus. And then Carnor Jacks does a 2 turn to the right. He's trying to boost there to get as far ahead as possible, but there won't be enough room, so he decides to focus. So perhaps he could have Jacks within range 1 here to remove the focus ability for Fell or and perhaps Chraneau. Chraneau tries to boost past that rock. That won't fit, so he does a 1 straight boost instead, getting out of arc from Interceptors there. And then he's doing a 5 straight with Soontir. He barrel rolls to get out of arc if possible. I think maybe Turr has a shot on him there through the rock, and then he turtles up, so I guess he's just trying to keep Soontir alive while Chraneau can finish off the Interceptors here. So we're going to have a range 1 shot from Chraneau through the rock on Turr. So let's see, 4 versus 4 here. So that's Predator for 3 hits and 2 crits. And let's see, it's 1, 2 from Autothrusters and 4 from the focus, which would trigger Gunner. So I guess Tommy is thinking about taking, well, he takes crits otherwise, so I don't think he has an option here. So we'll see what Gunner can do. And that's Predator for 2 hits and a crit, or maybe 1 hit and 2 crits. And 2 evades through Autothrusters, so it takes 1 crit. So we have Turr on Soontir, range through the rock. So 1 hit and Predator for 2, and that looks like 1 evade and 1 focus token, so he was safe. So Phennir, 3 banks, just missing the rock. Let's see if he's got room to maneuver after that. Attempts to do a barrel roll in behind fell, but looks like there's not enough room. So he could barrel roll the other way to get as far away as possible from Chraneau, or he could just focus, knowing that he's probably not that he probably doesn't have a shot this turn. No, he does the opposite barrel roll there and getting as far away as possible. And Carnor does a 1 hard, just rounding the rock there, and he might be able to get a shot near here, it depends, but he decides to focus. And then it's Chraneau, who does a 1 straight, trying to stay as close as possible, hoping to get his ability to work here, which is range 1 and 2 only. And then he decides to focus. Soontir does a hard 2 to the right, clears the stress. Also wants to get as far away as possible from Carnor there, so Carnor can't kill him. So he does a boost. Could have barrel rolled first and then boosted to get out of arc probably entirely, but he decides to turtle up at range 3 with Autothrusters, so he should be safe. So let's start the shooting here. It's Carnor first. Looks like he's shooting at the decimator here. So 2 hits, 3 hits with Predator, so 3 shields. And he got a stress token from Rebel Captive there. And then Chraneau shoots back. 1, 2 hits after Predator, it looks like. And he spends his focus for 3 hits. Bit of a discussion there on if there's a rock or not, but it looks like there's not. And 2 ice, it looks like. Autothrusters makes 1 into an evade, and if he spends the focus, he'll trigger Gunner, so he can take 2 hits. They're none. Oh, maybe it's a crit, one of them, so it's a tricky decision here. Yeah, he decides to spend it and takes his chances, because here comes Gunner. And that looks like nothing, or a one eye, Predator. Or no, he uses the target lock. And the focus for 1, 2, and then he got 2 evades, so he did the right choice there, and Carnor takes no damage, and we're moving into the next phase, or next round here. Okay, so a 3 hard turn to the right from Turr, which is then followed up with a... Oh, I forgot his actions. Now he's just looking at it, okay. He needs to see if he's in the way for Carnor or not. So he focus. And then we have a 2 bank from Jacks, clearing the stress. And he might have 2 good shots here if he... Well, Jacks shoots first, so he can shoot before he gets taken down, if he's taken down. Because I'm guessing that Chraneau will only do it 1 straight here, trying to stay in range. So he does a barrel roll instead. Yeah, a 1 straight for Chraneau there. Probably staying in range 2 to use his ability on Carnor there. And then he's going to target lock, it looks like. Yeah. And Fell does a hard 2. So clears the stress and could have a good shot here at Carnor. He could barrel out of arc, but then he's going to get closer to Turr, so I guess he turtles up. Yeah. It looks like he took an evade and then barrel roll from push to the limit then, and then he got the focus token to get as far away as possible from the shot coming in from Turr. And then he shoots at Carnor. So he's range 2, and he gets 2 hits and a focus, it looks like. So he's thinking about spending it. Yeah, he does. 3 hits and 1 evade. So 2 hits on Carnor Jacks, which means he just needs 1 more from Chraneau to kill him. But Carnor at least going to shoot first, so with a little luck he can take down Fell as well. We'll see, here it comes. So we got 1 hit, 2 hits, and 2 evades, so no damage. And then it's range 2 from Chraneau here. Hits and an eye, which will become a crit from his ability. And looks like the blank one will be auto-thrusted and the other one doesn't do anything. So Carnor Jack is taken out. Three here from Turr, 1 predator for another. And that's 1 evade and another one from Autothrusters to keep him safe. Okay, Mårten moved too fast there. He's still thinking about the Turr's after action or after shot action. So I guess he's going to try to barrel roll something here, setting up as good an option as possible to get out of Fell's arc in the next turn. If that is even possible here, we'll see. Now, Tommy decides to barrel roll to the left and forward, and then we're into the planning phase. Tommy does a hard 2 to the right with the Turr, and then focuses. Yes, he's trying to kill Soontir here. Chraneau does a hard 2 to the right, coming around the rocks down here now. Checks for a target lock, but he's out of range. So he's probably going to boost here to get around quicker. Maybe a bank boost here. We'll see. He's thinking about it, looking for a template. So yeah, he's definitely doing it. Yeah, there it is. A 1 to the right bank boost. And fell, turns to the right here, clears the stress, and I guess he's trying to barrel roll there to get out of arc. Looks like he's just managing that. And then he evades and takes the focus just in case. Doesn't want to gamble here. And it looks like a range 2 shot. 2 hits and a crit. 2 evades. So 1 crit. And it means he's got 1 hull point left. And doesn't look like he's got any shots here from Turr on Soontir. We'll see what they decide. Or they're agreeing that we're shooting at the decimator, it looks like. 2 hit? No, it can't be the decimator. It has to be Soontir. So that looks like 3 hits. 2 hits, 1 hit and a crit. So he actually had a shot, and he did take out Soontir. So now he's going to have to keep Turr at range 3, so Autothrusters works all the time, or at least out of arc, so Autothrusters work as well. And staying alive against both Chirpy's initial attack and the gunner attack in case he evades. And since he only has 1 hull point left, it's going to be quite difficult for poor Turr Phennir here. So we have a 3 straight for Turr there, and 1 when he takes a focus, and a 1 forward from Chraneau, so there's a rock in between as well. So it's either a target lock or a boost from Chraneau here. He's target locking, yeah, so if he gets 3 hits through here, we'll see what they decide. Closest to closest. Looks like a rock. So here it comes. 1 hit and 2 crits or something. And looks like, can he survive all of these? 1 from Autothrusters, spending the focus. That should be enough. Then gunner for 2 hits. Predator 3 hits. And Autothrusters again. So 1. He actually evaded them all. And shooting back here at range 2. And that's probably no rock. Maybe. We'll see. He gets a stress. 2 hits. Predator. 3 hits. So 1 shield and 2 hits. And we're on to setting dials again here because there's no aftershot movement because Turr has a stress token. So we have a 2 straight again from Turr, clearing the stress. Taking a focus. And a 1 straight by Chraneau for a range 1 shot here, and this is going to finish off Turr for sure. There's no way he's going to survive 2 shots here with target lock and focus from Chraneau. So here they are, 4 attack dice. 1 hit, 1 focus, spent the target lock. 3 hits and a crit. And Autothrusters, focus for evade, and still 1 getting through. And that's the game. So congratulations to Mårten for another tournament win. He won, who you just can see down there. Won his game as well and finished second. Thank you for watching.